Happy Friday to you, wherever you are on this planet at this given time, and even for our extraterrestrial friends who may be listening in. Hi, come in, take a sip. Let's wind down with a lovely Fiero Spritz. It's like the Campari. Not quite as good as the Campari, but Martini makes this fabulous Fiero. That's just remarkable. And so it's, when it comes to like refreshment, these little spritzers are really good. And as I've proven, you can even do it when it's cold and snowy outside, like me right now in Bavaria. So, yes, enjoy. So, but we have a Friday grid here. This is a grid by, we got two constructors. We got Matthew Stock and Christina Iverson, edited by Joel Faliano. And again, wishing our very best to Will Shorts until he makes a full and solid recovery. In the meantime, let's hop into this grid. Let's see what Friday beholds for us. Okay. Let me get this square here. Okay, that's better. So, a Mexican condiment. I don't know. I mean, I guess queso doesn't count as a condiment. Bar, singer O'Kasich. Well, that's Rick. Rest his soul. Lead singer of the Cars. Fantastic dude. Sports analyst Kimes. I think that's Mina. And I don't really know that I know how to pronounce her last name. I think it's Kimes. Lisbeth Salander in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo for one. I don't think I can get antagonist to fit in there, so, What else we got here? Let's see if we can make something happen with this. Alternative to booths, perhaps. Secures as a rope. I think that's belay. You belay a rope, so then secures. Belays, I think. We'll find out if we're wrong. Intellectual gatherings, a whole lot. You got a whole lot. I mean, I guess it could be technically a slew, but I don't think that would be right. A whole lot. It's probably scads. I don't know for sure. One for the record books. Range crossing 8 countries. Well, my first thought was Ural here, but that really only stretches from like Russia into like the part of Kazakhstan where I've been. So I think we're talking about the Alps. Maybe. Facepalm emoji. Big old dough, maybe something like that. Temporary solution. Maybe a Band-Aid, or I don't think that's going to be the case, though, with a blank AD blank. That wouldn't be a B. But I think this is showing me that scads is there. And so that tells me that this is probably a stopgap. I think. Let's check this thing. Eagerly excited, maybe, I don't know, a GOP. Storage unit. I guess that could be a pod. Device for an online conversation with a question mark. Time buying button. Trail marking, be blaze. Gardening tool, looks like it's going to be an edger. Okay. Second hand. Welcome sound for a bored student, may be a bell. Second hand looks like it might be a helper. And we need to check that though. So what do we got here? Time buying button, snooze. I had to disable the snooze button. I'll just wake up 3 hours later. And yes, eagerly excited is all agog. Still working on that. Step in a pastry recipe, maybe 2-fold, right? You know, fold this. Maybe we're making croissants. Contend could be hold. Talking nonsense. Don't know. Cool bits of trivia. Maybe we're going to have to check this one immediately, but I think it might be fun facts. So let's see what we got. Talking nonsense. Well, looks like it's full of something. Looks like it's full of it. If we had 2 more letters, it might be something different, but that rhymes with it. But I think it's full of it. Let's see. Perfect, for example. Contents of some dictionaries. Dipping dishes. Still working on that. All done? All done? Network connection may be a node. Perfect, for example. I think this is a tense. I think it's like perfect tense. Porto Novo's country is, of course, Benin. Benin. They're okay. Don't know. Contents of some dictionaries. Probably idioms. They're okay. Dipping dishes. I think these are fondues. So if we got fondues, bare bones outfit, no idea. Bird that can be fire-capped or yellow-browed. Honestly, I don't know of any 3-letter birds. So I don't even care about fire-capped or yellow-browed. I care about the fact that it's a bird and it's 3 letters, and that means it's always going to be a tit. For some reason. You know, we couldn't put a tit in there if it wasn't a bird. You know, well, that wouldn't be right. All right. Iraqi port city. This is looking like Basra. I spent a year and some months there. In a uniform. Signs of friction, maybe spats. Big Apple fundraiser with a kind of apple in its name. Well, that helped me. Thank you. Something we're talking about the Met Gala. Oh, what do we got here? Plays out. Don't know. Mind. Looks like tend. You know, tending the fire. Plays that. So maybe feigns. All right. Where Jackson Hole Ski Resort is found. Well, isn't this serendipitous? Maybe fortuitous, depending on your angle. But Jackson Hole, it's right there, smack in the middle of the Grand Tetons. Interesting, the French. I think it was some French trappers were out with some English explorers or something like that. Way back when, right? You know, and they came across these 3 ginormous peaks, and they decided to call them Trois Tétons, which means 3 breasts. So, Tetons, the tit bird, we're just abreast with all kinds of humor here. Admit. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Blank the Lucky, nickname of a noted explorer. Well, that is Leif Erikson, Leif the Lucky. I think they say he was the first European to set foot on North America. I don't know. Admit looks like maybe let in. Let's see. Big time. Don't know. Bare bones outfit. Okay, do you see it? I just saw it. Do you see what that is? Let's see. What's this? This is an S. It begins with an S, and we got it coming down. Blank vous. Polite French phrase. I think this is probably après vous, meaning after you. It is polite, but do you see it here? I think this is a skeleton costume. Very clever. I like it. Keep informed with in, loop in. Big time, maybe mega. Part of a bottle, probably a lip. Many superheroes have them. I'm thinking this is origin stories. Cruise control features. Crosses. Spans as a bridge. They hang around in kitchen. Don't know. Price is Right game. Not. Oh, well, we got a KO at the end. This is probably the Plinko game that they've got. My mother gave me an old Plinko machine a long time ago. I never could get it to work, but it was kind of cool sitting in the house. Kind of museum-like piece, right? From probably the 40s or so. Really kind of a cool thing. So close or close. If we were to close, we could say it's an end. Purges looks like it could be rids. They hang around in kitchens. Cruise control features. Okay, so we got a little aviation here. We got some rudders. Gauge earrings. Okay, yeah, I mean, essentially they are plugs, aren't they? Big enchiladas. I don't know yet. Some chest. Boy, chest now is coming out of my mouth. Obviously, got a thing going with this theme here. Non-theme theme. Some chess tactics. I'm thinking probably pins. I'm somewhat of a... Oh, yeah, and that opens up. They hang around in kitchens, too. Aprons. One's laying around in the country. You know what? That sounds... Informal greetings, maybe haze. Hey, Mr. Bose. Don't you say hey to me, you ugly girl. You say good afternoon, Mrs. DuBose. You know the movie? Ones laying around in the country are probably hens. Some long-tailed turtles. Set down. Set down. Alternatives to booths. See where that B is, and then we got a blank blank LOTS there. This tells me this is ballots and alternatives to booths. Mail-in ballots. Now, I could be wrong as all get out, but right now it seems like that's, if it's real, if it belongs there, if it's actually correct. Fun. That's clever. Let's see. Still don't know what Lisbeth Salander is here. I mean, I keep wanting to say antagonist. Bar. Okay, let's see. 1/1,000,000th of a meter. Well, that is a micron. So, okay, no. Long-tailed turtles. These would be, I think, snapping turtles. So, snappers. Snappers. Never had one of those get loose on me, thank goodness. Okay, and is this a D? Bird's ancestor for short? Yes, birds we think come from dinosaurs, so Dino, or the name of Fred and Wilma's dog, Dino. Big enchiladas, probably top dogs. Something best avoided, maybe a no-no? That I don't feel too comfortable with. Set down. All this was a long time ago, I remember. And I would do it again. But set down. This. Set down. This. Were we led all that way for birth or death? I'm, of course, referring to the T.S. Eliot poem, Journey of the Magi. Because set down has got to be right. I think that the magus who was, penned this poem, the voice of the writer, I think he must have been talking to a scribe, because we know he was a wealthy dude, and he traveled all that way to go see the birth, follow the yonder star and whatever. But so this set down, this. We'd do it all again, But were we led there to witness a birth or a death? It's a fantastic poem. If you never read Journey of the Magi, it's a 2-minute read. I mean, really, it's not even a long poem. I mean, I know you're thinking T.S. Eliot, you're thinking the love song from J. Alfred Prufrock. I mean, Prufrock, long day at work. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? No, he's got some really long poems. Wasteland, long. But no, I think that Journey of the Magi, that's one of his best ones. Dots on a map. Probably going to be towns and National Bullying Prevention Month. Well, I'd like to say I knew that, but I didn't. Thank goodness I had the others. So we got this. I got ourselves in October here. In a bar, we can go with a cantina. Now, speaking of cantinas, Mexican condiment, crema. Okay, I wasn't thinking of coffee. Uplift, looks like it is elate. I was considering putting raise in there, but I thought, no. All right, and device for an online conversation. The question mark denotes something clever or funny or kind of, whatever. And so I think we've got ourselves a tin can telephone. I don't think I've ever done that. And, of course, Lisbeth Salander, the girl with the dragon tattoo, the anti-hero. Well done. Nicely placed there. Finds a line of best fit, say, so maybe tailors. One for the record books, it'd be a clerk. Or as the British say, a clerk. A clerk. And a bunch of hair is a hank. And what do we have here? Intellectual gatherings, of course. Salons. And the late, great Christopher Hitchens used to always refer to his apartment in D.C. as Salon de Refus. So, let's see. How do we do here, Bob? Got a fat finger or something? Hey! Not bad. 1507 for a Friday. Not bad at all. And I did a lot of jaw-jacking on this one, so, yeah. This was good. I had a good time. It wasn't the hardest puzzle on the planet, but you had to get a couple of things going before you could really start to make the rest of it work. And that was evident here. I mean, no question. But a fun puzzle. Very well done. Well constructed. Well, it ought to be. Double well constructed. There was two of them, right? But fabulously done. I have to say, I've been very impressed with Joel Faliano's work as editor and the quality of grids that have been turned in by the creators. So, fantastic. Those constructors. Anyway, I always say, and I'll keep saying it until I'm blue in the face, right? But be nice to everybody you meet. Just be a nice guy. Let them in on the freeway. Stop and quit trying to punch the close button on the elevator. Just hold your arm out there, keep the door open, let them in. If you're in a hurry, well, anticipate that and try to leave earlier, right? Just try to be cool. And remember, everybody is fighting their own private battle. So we should be considerate at every cost, right? So with that said, one of the ways that we can do that is we can learn how to say hello and goodbye, and perhaps even how much is this? Can I try this on? And how to count, perhaps. Not a lot, but in most languages, it can be a pretty easy thing. 1 or 2 days. Just spend some time with it. Maybe get a list, do some memorization like you did when you were in the high school drama, Learn how to say things to people in their native language, especially those languages you're likely to encounter in your neighborhood. So for me, here in Germany, obviously it's German. Now I speak German, but I've been learning Vietnamese so that I can communicate better with my manicurist. Because honestly, her German's atrocious. So, it's better if I learn Vietnamese. Same kind of thing. I deal with people from Syria, from Turkey. So I'm always trying to learn how to say hello and goodbye and how much and whatever, just to be respectful. And you can really brighten someone's day with that. So with that said, au revoir, arrivederci, adios, que tengas un lindo días, marhaba, masalama, shalom, ciao, aloha. Did I already say auf Wiedersehen? Well, if I did, I'm sorry for being so. Tschüss, servus, grüß Gott, and have a wonderful day. Take care, be nice to each other, and be good to yourself. Take care now.